Hey, it's that time of year.
It's Christmas time.
Yes.
And you know what that means? Christmas movies!
Are any Polar Express passengers in need of refreshment?
It's because people forgot how to have a fun, old-fashioned family Christmas.
Humbug, he said. Humbug.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
You talking to me?
Did you have a brain tumor for breakfast?
Then who the hell else are you talking to? Talking to me?
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like a clown. You?
I'm Peter Binkman. We all go a little mad sometimes.
Man that doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a big deal.
First rule of Fight Club is do not talk about my
Yeah, baby.
Baby ones.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
It's my turn to be Santa Claus this year.
Is it?
Yeah. Okay.
I was elf last year as well.
Yeah?
I'm always the elf.
Damn
it.
I'm 6'5". Do you think I would be an elf?
No.
Be an ironic elf?
See, there you go. You weren't thinking outside the box.
No.
With me, right, I step outside the box and I see him in a much larger box and I step outside of that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you did.
Oh right, yeah. So Christmas movies.
Have you watched any yet?
You know, have you done a list?
I've got a list, yeah.
All right. Did you check it twice? Hey.
You were setting me up then.
I did. Did you see what I
You were
did?
waiting to do that, yeah.
Yeah. So what have you got?
I got 7.
That's not a Christmas movie.
Oh, no. Look, 7. I've got 7 in my list.
Right. Okay.
I was supposed to come up with 10. What have you? You've got about 15 here. You've got loads.
I'm a big fan of Christmas.
We're going to be talking about Christmas movies, but I think it'll be interesting to kind of figure out what is a Christmas movie, what isn't a Christmas movie.
Yeah, because the difference between a film that's about Christmas or a film that's set around Christmas time.
Yeah, and also films that have nothing to do with Christmas that might have a little bit of snow in it, such as Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, there's a little bit of snow in that.
There's a blizzard in that.
Yeah.
And I remember watching it in 1986 when there was a blizzard.
Oh, really?
I remember that. I associate Christmas with Empire Strikes Back because of the blizzard. But then there's also other films that have nothing to do with snow, have zero element of Christmas in them at all, and yet they constantly come up on Christmas time.
Like Spice World, the movie.
Maybe Guardians of the Galaxy.
It could be.
Every podcast, let's bring up Spice World and Guardians of the Galaxy in the same context.
Yeah. The both ends of the barrel, aren't they?
Yeah, Uncle Buck. That's what that just reminds me of.
Is Uncle Buck set around Christmas time?
I don't think that's a Christmas movie, no.
No, I don't think it is.
No, but John Candy's in Home Alone.
He is, yeah. There's trumpet player? Or...
They're a band, yeah.
Yeah, they're a band of Fiori play, but yeah.
So let's go through this list, one by one.
Okay.
I'll go through my 7, then we'll go through all yours, and then we'll just try and... We're going to make up a definitive top 10 list of Christmas movies that everybody needs to have on their list.
Yes, and you need to check that list twice. And, make sure whoever's written the list is either naughty or nice. Because around the 24th of December, Santa Claus comes to town.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Okay, you need to stop now.
Okay, sorry.
I'm
just excited.
You're sounding like a Hallmark movie script, and it's just a little bit, a little bit too much.
Is it?
Listen, our listeners, our audience, all 5 of them, they're looking for some sort of integrity from us, and going for cliche things about Christmas. I just don't think it's cool, man. It's not cool.
It's just the right place to come for integrity.
Yes.
Is it?
Damn straight.
Right. Okay.
Integrity, all the way. Integrity.
I was coming at it from a different angle. I know where we are now. That's fine.
Right,
yeah.
Okay.
Let's carry on.
Okay, so I've got my list. I've checked it twice. Gotta find out which one's naughty and which one's
You're
not.
doing it now. You've come on board. My collective.
I'm on board.
Join us.
Yeah. Okay, so I am rubbing against the... can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Do you know what? I completely lost sound. I'm going to go that, and I'm going to loop that around there. And I'm going to loop you around there. There we go. I'm just looping all our cables. We just don't have a grip. Now we've got a grip, we can go around. Okay.
Christmas movies, go.
Christmas movies. From the top of the list, we've got everybody's favourite. I watch it 3 or 4 times a year. Even this is a film that you don't have to watch at Christmas. Muppets Christmas Carol.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Do you love it?
I love that film.
Does River watch it?
River loved it.
Bah. Humbug.
He was the greediest man alive.
It's Ebenezer Scrooge.
Until the night he met someone extraordinary.
Hello.
The Muppet Christmas Carol.
I'll drink to Mr. Scrooge, even though he is odious, stingy, and badly dressed.
Humbug.
Oh, there goes Mr. Humbug. There goes Mr. Grim.
Do you think it's safe for us to be up here?
If they gave a prize for being mean, the winner would be him.
Yes, Mr. Cratchit.
If you please, Mr. Scrooge, the bookkeeping staff would like to have an extra shovel full of coal for the fire.
Such a fools.
How would the bookkeepers like to be suddenly
Unemployed!
Heat wave. Oi! This is my island in the sun.
It's Charles Dickens' classic tale, as only the Muppets can tell it.
It's good to be heckling again. It's good to be doing anything again.
Filled with holiday warmth.
Hey, like the lamp, not the rat, like the lamp, not the rat.
And Christmas spirit.
Jacob Marley?
Oh, that's scary stuff. Should we be worried about the kids in the audience?
No, it's all right. This is culture.
This is the movie to see, to share, to cherish with someone you love.
Thank you for making me a part of this.
Walt Disney Pictures presents, from Jim Henson Productions, The Muppet Christmas Carol.
God bless us, everyone.
Whatever.
We can't get enough. The lines are quotable. The script is strong. Michael Caine is beautifully amazing in that. He does exactly what he needs to do, and you can tell he's had fun with it. The puppets are fantastic.
Yes.
The
As
mice.
they always have been.
They always have been.
Yeah.
Yes.
The characters are just so well drawn out and hilarious.
Everybody fulfills a role.
Yeah.
Even Rizzo the Rat. Thank you very much for letting me be a part of this. That's my favourite line of the whole movie, and I say that to Catherine quite a lot.
I say it to just random people on the street. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Or if you're in a cinema and you're watching a film and someone's decided to eat loads of loud food.
That's why it is appropriate to say.
Yeah, thank you very much for letting me be part of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shared experience of your fucking food.
People who
can't go 2 hours without eating. What's wrong with you?
Unless you're going to an AP.
Well, that's the only time where you can eat.
AP number.
Yeah.
Of minimum amount of people. Yeah, I think that's about the other time.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay, so Muppets Christmas Carol is a classic.
It's a classic. It's great.
Yeah. Okay. Polar Express. It's full on Santa Claus. It's full on Believe. And it's full on CGI.
It is, yeah.
But it's okay.
It's okay. The CGI that they used is dated now, isn't it? Don't you think?
But then is Toy Story dated then?
No.
Because it's of the... But the thing is, I see what you mean. Polar Express is actually trying very hard to kind of look like the book, The Polar Express. So they didn't want to go too far with the realism. They did do the typical Bob Zemeckis cinema experience where they go on a journey, like the feather in Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
They did the same thing with the ticket.
Yeah, the ticket. Yeah.
The ticket journey, and they love that kind of thing. It's the whole. It's Bob Zemeckis' staple. I think it's the one thing that he does in his films.
What if there was a place beyond your imagination? And to get there, all you have to do is believe.
All aboard! This is the Polar Express! is the North Pole.
Where dreams become real.
I want to believe, but...
Believe.
Hold on tightly! Get us the blazes out of here! Brace yourself!
Director Robert Zemeckis
Look, isn't that amazing?
and Tom Hanks
Sometimes, the most real things in the world are the things we can't see.
will take you to a place where anything is possible.
I wanted to do that my whole life.
The Polar Express.
One thing about trains, it doesn't matter where they're going. What matters is deciding to get on.
The Polar Express, I think, is a very sentimental, and some people don't like it. I knew my ex hated it, absolutely hated it, but I enjoy it.
Is that why you killed her?
Yeah, that's why she's buried in my back. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, sorry. Again, Andy, come on.
God.
But yeah, this is starting to sound like a Plinkett review.
Out from the bag.
Pizza rolls. But Polar Express, yeah, I think it's an enjoyable film.
It's full of wonder and
it's great
majesty.
for kids. Great for kids. I wouldn't watch it on my own though. I wouldn't just put it on and watch it on my own like I would with Muppets Christmas Carol. You're either there or you're not with it.
Yeah, I think I agree with you there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It has its quirks and I like it.
If I have the luxury of seeing these, as you will soon, is in 5 years' time, is I can see these films through my 5-year-old daughter's eyes.
And it's different.
And Muppets Christmas Carol, it can end and she'll want to put it back on straight away.
Yeah.
When Polar Express is on, she can be doing other things.
Yes.
She's not really into it.
Got you,
as much.
yeah. Because we had that with Muppets Christmas Carol. We stopped the DVD prematurely, and she said, "Oh, let's just start it from the beginning again." And it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
It didn't hurt.
Yeah.
We didn't go like, "Oh God, not again." We were like, "Yeah, sure." But yeah, I can see what you mean. Polar Express. Once you've done it once, you kind of think, "Yeah, I've done that journey."
Yeah.
Because it's a little bit more. It's more in your face, I think. That's probably the idea.
And you haven't got like. Can you think of a good one-liner in Polar Express?
Tickets, please.
That old chestnut
tickets,
roasting on an open fire. There's
but
nothing wrong with it. It's a good film.
Yeah.
You can watch it, but yeah, it's not. I wouldn't say it's a classic.
We're leaving it out at the moment. I mean, it might go in depending on how many we get in. It might sneak in at number 10 or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So the next one. Okay, moving through. Santa Claus, the movie, 1985.
The one with Dudley Moore in it.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Now that is a lovely film.
It is.
It's also got John Lithgow in it.
Yeah, he's
the toy maker.
Yeah.
He's the crazy toy maker. He's also is he the uncle of the little girl who befriends the little boy?
Just trying to remember. It's a long time since I've seen it now.
Patch is the elf.
Yeah,
He comes up with the
that's
idea
Moore,
of
isn't it?
ultimation to make and everything goes wrong. So he leaves Wonderland. Where is it? Where is the North Pole? He leaves the North Pole, and he goes and joins John Lithgow's big toy factory, and he ends up just making lollipops that make children fly.
Yeah.
The prophecy has come to pass that there would come to us a chosen one, and that he himself would be an artist and a skilled maker of toys. From this day on, now and forever, he will bring our gifts to all the children in all the world. This is your legacy and your gift, as is the gift of flight.
Alexander Salkind presents Dudley Moore.
Merry Christmas! It certainly should be.
And John Lithgow in A Real Story of Santa Claus. Now, for the first time, the legend comes to life. In an Alexander and Elias Solkine production, Santa Claus, the movie. Seeing is believing.
But yeah, I think the thing about this film is it's the magical story of Father Christmas. And the special effects in it were really good for the time, for 1985. I like it. I like it. It's a good feel-good movie. It's definitely not a film you can watch outside of Christmas Day. You'd feel odd. Or Christmas Eve.
Yeah, well, yeah, you got the Christmas period, haven't you? So it's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, you wouldn't put
Pure Christmas.
Yeah, you wouldn't put it on July the 2nd.
But did you enjoy?
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I've always enjoyed it.
Yeah, so that's definitely in.
Yeah.
The next one I've got is November Christmas. Now you haven't seen this one.
I haven't seen this. No.
Totally understand, but we've actually started the tradition of watching this film because it's something of a Hallmark moralistic film. Okay. Let me lead you through it. Do you know Sam Elliott?
Yes.
He's a handlebars guy. Kind of looks like he could have been a wrestler in his younger life.
Yeah.
He kind of looks the same in every film. He's in it. You've got Karen Allen, who's in it as well, and Elizabeth McLaughlin. She's the girl who writes stories, and the story centers around this little girl who is going through cancer. Okay, and basically it's around about August time, and they're concerned about her health. They're starting to have concerns that she's going to get through the year, so they decide to move the holidays up. They have Halloween in August.
Right.
And they try and do it discreetly, but then the town start to figure it out. A couple of people start to figure. Sam Elliott basically is a guy who's starting to figure out why is he wanting pumpkins in August, and he starts to think, okay, he doesn't think that the child's going to live to see Christmas, so they're going to bring all the Christmas. That's why it's called November Christmas. Okay. And so they make a big Halloween party for her, and things kind of get a bit bad to worse, and at the end she has a huge Christmas thing at her house, and all of town show up. It's a pretty simple story, but I think it's all the elements of all the characters that go along the way. But it's a very beautifully delivered film. It sends a little lump in your throat, right? And I think we just enjoyed it because of the notion of, every single holiday could be our last, and you've got to kind of have that in your mind.
Right.
That sounds a bit grim.
Okay, when I'm watching a Christmas film, I don't want to be reminded of the harsh realities of life.
Of death.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to be taken on a journey, and by the end of the film, I want to be happy and excited. It's Christmas time and stuff.
And you are, because she does survive.
Does she go into remission?
It
was Hallmark. She has to.
She goes into remission, and she ends up being the girl who was at the beginning of the film who was reading a storybook to children. So spoilers.
Oh, that's quite.
So it does wrap it around. It does have it, and she's basically because she had the girl who was a writer write all about her little children's stories that she wanted to have written up.
Is it typical Hallmark though? So every character that comes into you go, right, he's the one who's going to figure that out. He's the person that'll be doing that. That person will be doing that.
But
you know how it's going to end.
But November Christmas is the only one movie in the whole. I mean, we've seen quite a few of these because Catherine has them on all the time on Christmas 24.
We watched one the other day. I can't remember what it was called, but it had a woman had just got away from an abusive relationship, and she's having this sort of legal battle to keep hold of her kids.
Yes.
And she's not making any money, and she gets fired from a job because she helps this woman who has a heart attack. And yeah, and then all these they start to sort of all these different people start mingling with each other, but they don't know who. They don't know that that's the person who saved her. And they don't, but at the end, she's fallen in love with this guy, and it just so happens that he's the grandson of the woman that she saved.
Everybody is connected in the whole movies. Yeah. And it's the same with All I Want for Christmas, which is about a similar story about a woman who's basically left her husband and is with 2 children in her car, and she has to go into this small town, and she gets a job as a waitress, and she has to look after them. But luckily, the daughter of the people who is a babysitter, and the babysitter then knows the cop falls in love with her, and then they get evicted by Trigger, who was the guy from Friends, who was the caretaker in Friends.
Oh right, yeah.
He's in it, and he's like a badass guy, nasty guy, but then he ends up being really nice at the end, and everybody comes together and helps them at the end. It's that kind of a story where the little community ends up having everybody has a role, and it's it's cute film.
Yeah.
So the season, it's daytime fluff, but I kind of feel as though that out of all of them, November Christmas is that little bit more poignant.
Okay, but is it a classic Christmas film?
No, it's not.
That should be in the list.
It's a personal film that Catherine and I will always probably watch because we just... Anyway, but it's not Polar Express. It's.
I'm going to seek it out from what you've just said.
Yeah, well, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you because we've got a copy of it.
Oh, excellent.
But yeah, it's not your typical Christmas movie.
Right.
But it's still nice to watch. Oh, the ladder's up again. Oh my god, are they putting more security cameras up there? Last time you came?
They're putting more... Are they filming the new series of Big Brother there?
Yeah, I think they are. Yeah.
I thought I saw a Channel 5 van when I was driving around.
Yeah, oh no, that was because of the murder.
Oh, right, okay.
Batman Returns is the next film on my list.
Wow, now I did not remember this being a Christmas film.
It has snow in it.
How stupid am I? Of course it's a Christmas film.
At the very end, it's snowing. And
I remember feeling cold watching the film, yeah.
But it's there. It's not really a Christmas movie, so let's move on.
Okay, well done.
Home Alone.
Yeah, I love that.
Home Alone is, and I'm only putting Home Alone 1 in there because Home Alone 2 is just a carbon copy, rubbish. But Home Alone is an incredible film.
It is.
Where are you going? We're gonna miss the plane!
When the McAllister family left on their Christmas vacation,
Did we miss the plane? No, you just made it. Yeah!
they forgot one small thing.
Have yourself
a terrible feeling. Did you lock up?
Let yourself be light.
Do we set the timers on the lights?
Mm-hmm. What else could we be forgetting?
Our troubles will be ours.
Kevin!
Home Alone.
Police in the northern suburbs are on the lookout for a pair of burglars who are calling themselves the Wet Bandits.
We know that you're in there.
It's Santa Claus and his elf.
Get off my property.
This is my house. I have to defend it.
Where's your mother?
My mom's in the car.
Where's your father?
He's at work.
What about your brothers and sisters?
I'm an only child.
Where do you live?
Can't tell you that.
Why not?
Because you're a stranger.
He's a kid. I mean, what can a kid do to us?
Kids are stupid. I know I was.
You still are, Mark.
This is it.
I don't care if I have to get out on your runway and hitchhike. I am going to get home to my son.
Ah! Yes! Where are you, you little creep? I'm gonna kill that kid!
Why'd you take your shoes off?
Why'd you dress like a chicken?
Gus Polinski, Polka King of the Midwest. If you have to get to Chicago, we'll gladly drive you.
Hey, guys.
Yesterday, he was just a kid. But tonight, he's a home security system.
You guys give up or you're thirsty for more?
From John Hughes.
You know, I got a feeling this is going to be your best Christmas ever.
A family comedy without the family. Home Alone.
Are you here all alone?
I'm 8 years old. You think I'd be here alone? I don't think so.
Directed by Chris Columbus, coming November 16th.
Tell me about it. You like it?
I do. I love it. I think it's a great film. Good concept. He gets left alone. Parents just leave. They go off. Where they go on a holiday for Christmas, don't they? And just leave him there.
They were going to France. They were going to Paris in that one, and because the sequel they go to Miami, and he ends up going on a different plane.
Yeah.
So that the whole separation goes at the airport. But this one, he's at home. He's left at home because he's been a badass. And he's been evicted to the attic.
Yeah, naughty.
And
Macaulay Culkin.
Kieran Culkin is the little boy who wets his bed.
Oh, is it?
That's the little boy with the glasses in that film.
Oh, right.
It's Kieran Culkin.
Wow.
And what a chameleon that guy is. Because he doesn't look at all like Kieran Culkin. And I can understand why they work so well. And I was confused. I thought it was Chris Elliott and Joe Pesci. It's not.
No, it's not. It's the guy who was out of City Slickers.
Darn.
Daniel Stern. And who wrote it?
Oh, who wrote it? I don't know.
John Hughes.
John Hughes. Oh, of course. Yeah.
Aye, great man.
He's
one of the good guys.
He created a lot of our childhood moments, and Home Alone was one of them.
Oh, definitely. As a kid, I will be honest, the film sort of bored me.
Really?
Yeah, up until the end.
Yeah,
I watch it now, and I think now it's a classic Christmas film, and I love everything about it. But I'm waiting for the end.
You were waiting for the
yeah, because there's some ingenious.
It was a great time. I think when we were about 10 years old, there was a lot of good movies for kids. There was the Honey I Shrunk the Kids movie. There was Home Alone. It's one of Steven's infinite lists of 2 films. Hey, at least I got 2.
Yeah.
Last time I got 1. This time I got 2. There's cult classics such as Mad Max.
See, that's got to be a thing we do every time. Yeah. You've got to come up with a list and just do 2. That's the thing. Steven's wonderful list.
It's an eternal list of many, many, many films that are just 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's great. So, yeah, Home Alone definitely in there.
It's got to. But again, I think Home Alone you can watch any time of the year and enjoy it.
True.
It doesn't have to be at Christmas.
It doesn't have Santa Claus in it, really. It's about being alone at home at Christmas. Yeah, so that's fine. Yeah, I see what you mean.
But I love the parts with John Candy in it. You know, when she's trying to get back and she hitches the lift with him, doesn't she?
It's like a relief, isn't it? You actually feel the relief for her. I mean, Catherine O'Hara is really good in the role of the mother, and I think that she worked well with him. Do you know what was funny when because we watched it the other day when John Candy offers her the piccolo? Was that a piccolo he was blowing?
I can't remember.
He was blowing a trumpet of some kind.
Right. Okay.
And it's an instrument that has a reed.
Yeah.
It's just completely full of his.
Well, it's not like clarinet then, is it?
Yeah, it's full, I think it is. It's full, anyway, and she says, he said, no wonder she wouldn't want to suck on it. It's probably absolutely drenched in his saliva.
But it seemed it seemed such a John Candy thing to do. He's playing along and say, "Do you want to go?"
It's like giving his hamburger to someone, saying, "Do you want to have a bite?"
Yeah.
Do you want to have a slurp of my?
Yeah, exactly.
It's totally and I think it was probably a John Candy thing that he actually put in there himself.
I wouldn't be surprised. And
he was
the feeling I've got with John Candy is anytime he's on screen, I feel safe.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Because of that moment,
because of him, everything he is. You're just like, oh, John Candy's in this film. I'm going to enjoy.
Nothing
this.
can be wrong there. Yeah. And in Home Alone, he does offer that moment of relief because she can't get home, and all of a sudden she's got a way home. That's it.
And not only that, you think it's all going to sort itself out because John Candy's there.
Yeah,
everything's going to be fine.
John Candy always feels safe with him.
Person.
And of course, Home Alone has that classic moment of putting the aftershave on the face.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But that can I pick into that a little bit?
What's that?
When
pick away?
Because he's not had a shave because he doesn't need to. He's a kid, so by putting the aftershave on his face wouldn't have hurt because there's no pores that would be open for the aftershave to be getting into. That's
a geranium in ET moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that ruins Home Alone.
Oh, I'm sorry, I've just ruined Home Alone.
No. This week, this month, I've had ET and Home Alone ruined for me.
Okay, let's say that a bit of the aftershave went into his eye. Actually, but he wouldn't have kept his eyes open, would he?
He went into his ear.
Into his ear, yeah.
And the wax just kind of congealed and turned into this big acid.
Yeah, and it burned through his skull. Merry Christmas!
And then his mum comes home and finds him dead on the floor, and all their stuff's been stolen, and the water is just trickling out of the tap because they're the dark side. This is how that should have ended. I
like that because the thieves are so inept and terrible. I love that idea that they've left the tap running in every house.
Because I hate
staple.
That would really I hate that. It really
what do you mean?
bothers me. I mean, having all your stuff stolen, and they do that as well.
I know, but that's the point, though, isn't it? Because one of the policemen saying, "Thank God you left the tap on because we know every single house that you've done."
And amazing,
it's such a stupid thing.
And Daniel Stern is the one who actually decides to say, "Well, it's not, we're the wet bandits."
The wet bandits.
Oh,
the wet bandits.
Shut up! Just shut up!
I think that's got to be
That's definitely in there. Home Alone is in Die Hard 1 and Die Hard 2. I put them together because they're both Christmas movies.
Well, they're both films that are based around Christmas time.
Die Hard, the first one, does use elements of Christmas time in the soundtrack, but then you've got Alan Rickman in there.
Yeah, he's great in that film.
But do you remember when the elevator opens and there's a dead terrorist wearing a Santa outfit?
Yeah.
No, I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. Christmas movie. It's in. What do you reckon?
Yeah, well, do you think it's a film you could obviously watch anytime?
Yes, you can watch it anytime. That's the beauty of it. Hey.
If I was doing a list of the top 10 action films, that'd go in.
Okay. But Christmas? No.
I don't think... Is it a classic Christmas film? I don't think it's a classic film, and it's a benchmark for action cinema.
Yes, it is. It's John McTiernan, and
but
at his best.
It's not a benchmark for
not for
Christmas.
No, and Die Hard 2 was just simply Dulles Airport and Christmas weekend.
Yeah,
and there's snow.
Yeah,
snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Because what defines a Christmas movie?
Hey, what the hell? It's Christmas! The word Christmas being mentioned at least twice.
Yeah.
No.
Presents, family.
Yeah, you got to have the iconographic signifiers that are clearly labelled as Christmas entities. But
what's next?
Die Hard's not in.
No, I don't think it can be.
Okay, we're going to go on to your list now.
Okay then.
7. Done. 7 is not a Christmas movie.
7 is not a Christmas movie. There's a lot of rain, there's no snow in 7.
Well, sometimes it rains here and it doesn't snow at Christmas. We have rainy Christmases all the time.
This is true.
We have serial killers putting heads in boxes. It's a gift. It's a gift. There's a gift in it.
Okay.
There's a head in the box.
Yeah, there is a gift.
It's a gift.
Yeah. What's in the box?
Come on, let's go through the tropes. Let's say that 7 is a Christmas movie.
Okay.
You've got they have a dinner together.
They do. You've got
the present, the head in the box.
Yeah, you've got the presents. You have toys. Guns are like toys, so there's toys in it.
That's stretching a bit.
No.
People,
and you've got the big knife dildo thing. That could be a toy.
You've got people overeating at Christmas. Greed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go through the 7 deadly sins then. What have we got?
Sloth. Being photographed every day until you're a mess.
Mum, Dad, take a picture of me. Yeah, vanity.
Oh, come on, this is really...
Well, actually, okay, I'm going to segue into one of my films here then. Because it starts at Christmas time with a suicide. Well, it turns out it's not, but Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon?
Yeah, that's basically Christmas time.
I've got it written here as Leather Weapon.
Leather Weapon?
Yeah, I think that must
I think that's a different film you were watching.
Lethal Weapon starts at Christmas time.
Yeah, that's basic Christmas
jingle
time.
Bells, jingle bells, jingle bell rock. But then again, it's the same as Die Hard. It's not a Christmas movie.
No, it's a benchmark for buddy cop movies.
Yes.
Not as much action. It's an action film, isn't it? But it's more of that buddy cop.
It's more the buddy cop thing. It's more about what they're going to do together and how they're going to react to each other's banter.
Right. Yeah. What's the director of Lethal Weapon? What's he called?
It was directed by Richard Donner, of course, the director of the Superman movies.
That's right. It's
Dick
the writer
Donner.
I'm on about. Shane Black.
Shane Black is the writer.
Okay, so we'll go back to Lethal Weapon now. So yeah, it was directed by Richard Donner, obviously, but the writer was Shane Black.
And he's notorious for what?
Well, I'm just thinking it's worth mentioning because Lethal Weapon is based around Christmas, and he also directed
Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3, and that's also based around Christmas time.
Is it?
Yep. And it's got similar little ideas in it, like the run between all of the Christmas trees that are for sale. There's a part in Iron Man 3, which is quite similar.
Lethal Weapon.
Can take that out.
It's not a Christmas movie, but we'd like it to be, along with Die Hard, but they're in a different genre.
Right.
Scrooged. Bill Murray's Scrooged.
Absolutely love this film.
It is a fantastic film.
It is.
Karen Allen's in it, and that's okay. you know,
she's allowed.
She's allowed in this one because she and Bill Murray work really well. Bobcat Goldthwait was in it as well, who was Zed in the Police Academy films.
Yeah.
He's in it. He's pretty much the same guy.
That's him.
Yeah, that's him. So and he's still doing stand up now. It's great. But yeah, there's loads of people in it.
Yeah, but it's Bill Murray's thing. He's great. He's just playing his deadpan.
He owns
best. He does. He owns it. It's fantastic. It's so funny.
It's a fantastic film, and they played the whole Tiny Tim thing in there, and it's the big TV network idea is great. It's a good spin on an old story.
It is, and I think at the end when he's finally come around and he's doing that straight to camera speech and stuff, it's actually genuinely quite touching. And
it seemed improvised as well. I don't think it's not something that you write down what he was saying. I think it came from him.
Yeah, I think it's difficult to script for Bill Murray because I think he is going to say whatever he wants.
Does that. I mean, he did it in Caddyshack. A lot of Caddyshack was improvised.
Yeah,
and I think Bill Murray just he lives on the edge, and I think that's how he's at his best.
Yeah.
You
don't put Bill in a cage.
No, you don't put Bills in the cage.
No.
You can put a tie on Bill.
You can put a tie on Bill, yeah, that's fine.
Put food on a Bill.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going with that.
7 o'clock, Psycho sees Santa's workshop, and only Lee Majors can stop them. In the night the reindeer died. Be here.
You can't show that commercial. That thing looked like the Manson family Christmas special.
Think I'm way off base?
Yes, you're a tad off base, sir.
Frank Cross is more than the youngest network president in television history.
Call security, have them change his locks, and toss him out of the building.
Oh, he's fired? It's Christmas.
Thank you. Call accounting. Stop his bonus. Watch out.
He's a thoughtful boss.
Thanks, boys. Get the nurse.
A generous brother.
What did he give you last year?
I don't remember. A shower curtain. Ma'am, I think you dropped something here.
And a true humanitarian.
I can't get the antlers glued onto this little guy. We've tried crazy glue.
Have you tried staples?
But his life is about to change.
Woo-wee! That was a good one.
You are going to be visited by 3 ghosts tomorrow at noon.
God, tomorrow's bad for me, Lou. As a matter of fact, the whole rest of the week is a washout.
Anyone who thinks he hates Christmas is wrong.
Come back to Jersey, you moron!
It's ghosts he hates.
I love that bit!
I'm the ghost of Christmas present.
Bill Murray. Karen Allen.
It sounded like you'd seen a ghost.
A ghost?
John Forsythe. Bobcat Goldthwait.
Hey! You glad to see me, or is this a shotgun in your pocket? You know this one?
Everybody knows this one. Let's go now.
Yeah, does everybody know this one?
Carol Kane. Robert Mitchum.
I really care!
David Johansen.
Oh, I'm having the weirdest day!
This holiday season, see Bill Murray get Scrooged.
Hey, back off, big man. That may work with the chicks, but not with me.
So yeah, Scrooged is in.
It's got to go in.
Okay, Love Actually. Now this is in there because
based at Christmas.
Because it's based at Christmas, and it's wrapped up. The DVD has a Christmas bow on it, and they go to a Christmas nativity play, and there's lobsters. And, it's a big cast.
It's a big cast. I think it's
Bill Nighy's in it.
Isn't he in every film that?
Yeah, and it's basically the same rubbish that we come to expect from the director who made For When He's in a Funeral.
Yeah. Richard Curtis,
and
I think Bill Nighy's in every one of his films, isn't he?
Oh dear, but that's it. I mean, Love Actually is okay. but it's not a Christmas movie that
It's
we
not,
would
and
seek out.
Parts of it just really sort of anger me. You know, that storyline between.
I love how you get angry with movies. It's great. It makes me angry.
I hate it. You know
go to the chopper.
You know that love triangle between there's.
Like the love triangle.
Yeah,
between Keira
Knightley and her boyfriend.
Andrew Lincoln.
Yeah, and there's that bloke who's
and
madly in love with her, isn't he?
Yeah, and he basically comes around and just wrecks a marriage.
Yeah, but he doesn't. This is what annoys me. He's in love with her and he wants to and then all he does is that Bob Dylan thing where he holds up those
Bob Dylan.
Yeah, and he just starts all the words of how he feels,
Yeah.
and then walks off, and then at the end he goes, "Right, I'm done now." You wouldn't be done now.
Yeah, I think the problem with that is that we want to actually care about the fact that he was doing that little scene. That whole thing hinged on that scene.
Yeah.
The whole storyline was all about them stealing the Bob Dylan thing.
Yeah.
But to be honest,
the Bob Dylan thing being Subterranean Homesick Blues, when he's basically holding the lyrics on billboards, he's just taking them down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Say Anything, because he's got a stereo as there playing music.
Yeah.
Which is the John Cusack rip-off.
And that's what it is. It's a rip-off. It's not a homage. It's a rip-off.
It's a rip-off. Bill Nighy sings "Love Is All Around Me" with "Christmas Is All Around Me" because it's supposed to be a funny thing. Take on 4 Weddings and a Funeral and that whole song that was over. Do you know what? That killed me. That song, "Wet, Wet, Wet." Do you know "Wet, Wet, Wet"? We're absolutely sick and tired of being number one.
Yeah, it was number one for
10, 15 weeks. And
years.
They got fed up of singing it. And then what does Richard Curtis do? I'm going to put it in my next movie. Whoa! That's my impression of Richard Curtis.
Spot on. Yeah. That's how he talks.
But there were some interesting things in that film that were a little bit more touching. The guy who learnt a foreign language in order to ask the Spanish girl to marry him.
Yeah.
That was okay. I think that's probably the only story I cared about.
Yeah, because it wasn't the one where he's about to have an affair.
He's about to have it.
And we have to get behind him because he decides not to.
But
what a guy.
Because she finds out that the present, then they have to basically... The story is now they have to deal with this pretense of being happy for the family for Christmas, which is sad. Then you've got the Hugh Grant and the swearing assistant under the guise of Martin McCutcheon. Not really interesting. Liam Neeson's in it.
He is. Alan Rickman's in it.
But
he likes popping up in these Christmas films, doesn't he?
The Liam Neeson storyline is all about him teaching his kid how to fall in love with a girl who is going back to America and doesn't care. The only other storyline that was remotely interesting was the English guy who decides that he's going to go to America and bang a lot of American girls.
Yeah, the guy of My Family.
Yeah. And the whole idea is that, yes, he does. He succeeds. And that's exactly what happens. And that's it.
Do you think the film would have been better if you just focused on one storyline and tried to invest in that instead of having all these different...
That's it. It's overkill. But it's almost like going back to... the fear! That's what we didn't talk about last time. The fear of The Room and Birdemic and Guardian of the Galaxy.
Right.
But don't worry about that. They all have fear for different reasons. Love Actually is a film without fear.
Yeah.
Because it's basically gambled on the fact that everybody's just going to be happy to see at least one of their favourite actors or actresses. Yeah. Right? Oh, Alan Rickman's in it. I love Alan Rickman. Oh, Emma Thompson's in it. I love Emma Thompson. It doesn't matter what they do; they'll just watch them because of their star power, and not because of the actual depth of the story. Like I say, the only story I was invested in was the one where Colin Firth was trying to get with the Spanish girl, and he actually does something in the movie. He actually learns a language.
Yeah,
it's not much, but it's something.
Yeah, you've got to cling on to something. But yeah, it's not take it out.
Klingons.
Yeah.
Star Trek 60 Undiscovered Country has snow in it. Not a Christmas movie. Okay, The Grinch. We're talking The Grinch.
Definitely a Christmas movie.
I haven't seen it, and I'm really... Isn't it a Dr. Seuss thing, The Grinch?
It is. You can't have an opinion on it if you've not seen it. It's
true.
alright.
You're right, I don't have an opinion, but I...
Jim Carrey's great, as ever. You know what I mean? It's a story of redemption, because obviously He Saves Christmas. It's not a classic though.
No.
I won't put it as a classic. I will again talk through River watching it. River enjoyed it. She really liked it. And it's workable. It's fine.
Serviceable.
Yeah.
But not a classic.
It's not. It's definitely not a classic.
Yeah. Because I haven't bothered to watch it yet.
If it hadn't been anyone else in it, if it had been another actor, it'd be terrible. Jim Carrey, he's born for that kind of manic.
Yeah. And he's a smart. He makes a lot of smart choices. Most of the time, a few times where he's made a sequel to things, and I think, well, why? But I'm glad he didn't make Mask 2.
Oh.
Apparently, that is one of the worst films ever made.
Yeah, well, I've got the pleasure to admit I have never seen it.
Me neither, and I don't think I want to. But yeah, I mean,
Ace Ventura 2 is brilliant.
Yeah,
just saying.
Yeah, I've never seen that either.
Oh, it's so good. It's so funny. I think it's one of the few films I went watching it at the cinema and a little bit of pee come out. I was laughing that hard.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I had that with Hot Shots Part 2, but not pee. I actually choked on my Coke.
Did you?
Not cocaine. Not the white powder. Ask the people. No. I literally had Coca-Cola coming out of my nose.
It's a great film. It's
the Geronimo moment when they're jumping on the train, jumping out the plane, and the Mexican jumps out and says "me."
Yeah.
I literally just lost it, and I've always remembered that. But that's not a Christmas movie.
Nope.
So the Grinch is I'm not too bad.
Let's say it's a serviceable, decent Christmas film, but it's not a classic.
Yeah. Okay. Bad Santa.
Right, I love that film.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
I just feel uncomfortable with a drinking, shitting his pants.
It's kind of the point of the film.
I know.
He's a bad Santa.
Right,
again though, if I'm going to say what a Christmas film is, it should be something you can enjoy with the family.
Yes.
And that's not a film you can enjoy with the family.
Exactly.
But I think it's great. I think it's really funny, and I like humour that's really close to the bone and kind of like, wow, ouch.
Yeah,
you went there. Wow.
So you like
the
hangover movies then?
They don't go.
Did they go anywhere?
Not really.
I thought you meant
The first hangover film's okay. No, I don't mean like gross out stuff.
Oh, right.
I mean things you shouldn't really joke about, but people do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In an ironic way. That's the kind of humour I like.
Going back to last time, the bad movies, Hangover was actually a movie I stopped watching.
Oh, really?
Zach Galifianakis simulated masturbation with a baby.
With a baby, yeah, that's a bit.
Yeah, so I just thought no, that's not funny. That's not clever. I like Zach.
I was going to say he's above that because he's a really good stand-up
way above it,
comedian.
and he's fantastic in Bored to Death, the series with
another Stephen list
with Talia Shire's son, who was also in Shop Girl, whose name eludes me. I'm gonna have to fill in that gap. I'm so sorry, dude, but you're really good. Ted Danson's in it, by the way, and the girl from that Meg Ryan film. Bored to death. Jason Schwartzman.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Zach Galifianakis and Ted Danson, all three of them are fantastic in that TV series. It's a detective TV series.
Right, I'll check it out.
Nothing to do with Christmas. Yeah, check it out.
Yeah,
I've watched them all. Fantastic. It's finished now. It's a Wonderful Life. It's a classic.
It's a classic.
I love it. Everybody talks about it. You know, it is. Yeah, it's synonymous with Christmas. It is. You usually see it on a TV or a monitor of a film in the background quite often.
We've not put Gremlins in here, have we? Yes, we have. Because Gremlins
Has a Wonderful Life.
Has a Wonderful Life in it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's so A Wonderful Life is it?
Yeah, definitely.
I suppose it'd been better if I'd never been born at all.
What'd you say?
I said I wish I'd never been born.
You've got your wish. You've never been born. A chance to see what the world would be like without you.
Now, you're Ernie Bishop, and you live in Bailey Park with your wife and kid. That's right, isn't it?
I live in a shack in Potter's Field, and I ain't never seen you before in my life.
I'm going home and see my wife and family.
This house ain't been lived in for 20 years.
Your brother, Harry Bailey, broke through the ice and was drowned at the age of 9. You weren't there to save Harry. Strange, isn't it? Each man's life touches so many other lives. You really had a wonderful life. Don't you see what a mistake it would be to throw it away?
And Gremlins, I feel as though this is a very strong contender for a Christmas film.
I agree.
Even though it's about dangerous little critters that, well, first of all, they're fluffy and cute. It's a Christmas present.
It is. That's what I mean. It's a Mogwai.
Mogwai.
Yeah.
There's a gremlin inside a Christmas tree.
Steven Spielberg presents Gremlins. Billy Pelser has a nice home.
Billy, is that you?
Yeah, Mom, it's me.
A nice job. A nice girl.
If you're not doing anything this Thursday night, maybe you'd like to go out on a date with me?
I'd love to.
And loving parents who are about to give him...
You're going to like this. No, don't shake it. We're going to have to open it now. It won't wait till Christmas.
The most unusual gift he ever got.
What is it?
No. It's your new pet.
Come on, Barney, be a good dog. My dad gave it to me.
But there are a few things to keep in mind. If you expose it to the light, you may hurt it. If you get it wet, it will multiply.
All that from water? They got wet?
Yeah, plain water.
And most important, no matter how much they beg, never let them eat after midnight. Because when they do, they change.
Rafe.
They become clever, mischievous.
What's going on here?
And dangerous.
Gremlins, huh? Little monsters.
Right.
Hundreds of them.
Well, I don't know, maybe thousands.
They've been here too. Billy, what are these things? Where do they come from?
Look, I know it sounds crazy, I know. But in a few hours, you're gonna have a major disaster on your hands.
Gremlins, directed by Joe Dante. They'll be expecting you on Juneteenth.
Yeah, so yeah, it's weird. Gremlins is one of those films that shouldn't be a Christmas movie, but it is.
Yeah, when I first watched it as a kid, it scared me.
Yeah,
it was quite scary in parts, and
it's the yeah.
It's great. It's I think it's definitely put it in. It's a good Christmas film.
It's definitely in there, and I think there's certain things about the Gremlins that stand out. Okay, I really want to Phoebe Cates, the girlfriend of Billy.
Yeah, Billy.
Phoebe Cates is the girlfriend of Billy. She tells a story about her dad and why she doesn't believe in Father Christmas.
Yeah, it's a dark story.
It was Christmas Eve. I was 9 years old. Me and Mom were decorating the tree, waiting for Dad to come home from work. A couple hours went by. Dad wasn't home. Mom called the office. No answer. Christmas Day came and went, and still nothing. So the police began a search. 4 or 5 days went by. Neither one of us could eat or sleep. Everything was falling apart. It was snowing outside. The house was freezing, so I went to try to light up the fire. And that's when I noticed the smell. The firemen came and broke through the chimney top. And me and Mom were expecting them to pull out a dead cat or a bird. And instead, they pulled out my father. He was dressed in a Santa Claus suit. He'd been climbing down the chimney on Christmas Eve, his arms loaded with presents. he was going to surprise us. He slipped and broke his neck. Died instantly. And that's how I found out there was no Santa Claus.
They do a callback to it in Gremlins 2, but they cut her off. Do you remember?
Yeah,
There's a part in Gremlins 2 where someone mentions something and she starts to go off on another dark rant, but they just cut her off halfway through and start ignoring it.
Okay, that's good. Do you know what? Gremlins 2, the new batch, is one of those films that it gets a pass for me.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it.
It's
because they turned everything up to 11.
Yeah, true. They went beyond.
Yeah, I'd say what's all the things that make Gremlins great? We'll do that, but just do it hyper.
Yeah, really, and it was almost like Dawn of the Dead meets Gremlins.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went for it then.
And I like the part with they break the fourth wall, don't they? With that part where all of a sudden they mess with the actual film.
Oh yeah,
and then Hulk Hogan stands up and rips his shirt off, doesn't he? And starts shouting up at the projector, "Damn Gremlins, get this film back on!" kind of thing.
Yeah, because he's actually in the audience watching. Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool idea.
Yeah, I think Gremlins itself is one of those classic creature comfort films, and Gremlins 2 is a parody of itself.
Yeah. Funnily enough, when I was a kid, my mum every Friday night used to go and rent a film, and because I love Gremlins so much, she rented me Critters.
Oh yeah.
I remember sitting down a Friday night with Mum and Dad, and they put Critters on, and I don't think she even looked at the certification on it. And that's, you know, there's like naked girl in it and all this kind of stuff, and they didn't stay on very long.
No, that and Ghoulies. Do you remember
Ghoulies? Yeah.
There's one scene where a guy's sitting on a toilet and there's a ghoulie in grabbing his ghoulies.
Yeah.
And that terrified me. I was scared of toilets for a while.
Really?
Yeah, that scared me. I always looked below. To make sure.
A mirror to put around the actual curves to make sure nothing's sneaking
well,
down
it makes those Domestos bleach commercials just that little bit more realistic when they got the little gremlins running out there. Yeah, telling you they can get you.
Well, I'll say yeah, Gremlins goes on the list.
Gremlins is definitely on the list, and I'm happy for that. Okay, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, I think this is a classic.
'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la.
After vacationing across America and throughout Europe,
Take it, Russ.
this holiday season, the Griswolds are going to play it safe.
Clark, we're stuck under a truck.
Oops. They're staying at home.
I give you the Griswold family Christmas tree.
Hope you're not getting sap all over your sweater, Clark.
All Clark wants is a quiet, old-fashioned Christmas.
Sorry. Got a little knot here. Can work on that.
What he's going to get is the gift that keeps on living.
Merry Christmas.
His family.
We didn't come to impose.
Oh, hell, there's plenty of room.
Do you sleep with your brother? Do you know how sick and twisted that is, Mom? Well, I'm sleeping with your father.
Have you got a kiss for me?
You better take a rain check on that, Art. He's got lip fungus they ain't identified yet.
But no holiday could ever be more deeply touching.
We were gonna call, but Eddie wanted to make it a surprise.
If I woke up tomorrow with my head sewn to the carpet, I wouldn't be more surprised than I am right now.
We're really gonna fly down the hill with this stuff.
So genuinely moving.
Can I refill your eggnog for you? Drive you out to the middle of nowhere? Leave you for dead?
More truly uplifting.
Can I show you something?
I was just browsing.
Or more down to earth.
Merry Christmas!
If Santa is smart, he'll stay well clear of this joint. It's a death trap.
Than Christmas with the Griswolds.
Everybody come out quick! Look at the lights!
They want you to say grace.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
That thing had 9 lives. She just spent them all.
You crack up.
It is. It's definitely a classic. It's something you can't really go through the holidays without watching.
No, definitely not. And it was a little bonding thing for me and my dad. Because my dad didn't really like the same sort of films I did growing up.
Ah, right,
But we were watching this, and this. It was funny because we'd put the tree up, and the lights didn't work. So we was going through every single bulb to see which one didn't work, and then it fixed it. And there's the scene in that where the whole ceiling is just covered in lights, isn't it?
Yes.
And when he switches on, it lasts for like a few seconds and just goes off.
That's it.
And then the next scene, he's on the roof trying every single bulb, and we both laughed our ass
because you identified. And it's a film to identify with. And
I think that is a good thing with all Christmas films, you want to identify them with your family.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because that's what Christmas is all about, family time.
Yeah, absolutely. You're feeling it, aren't you? You really... Yeah.
I like that film, yeah.
Yeah. And this whole Christmas spirit right now, it's magical.
Your first Christmas with your little boy?
Absolutely got... we're just staring at him all the time.
Have you got that part yet? You're thinking, I'm not the centre of the universe anymore.
No, it's...
Oh, right, it was just me then.
Yeah, it's just you. Yeah.
Self-centred bastard.
Moral on 34. I think that's supposed to be a miracle.
Miracle on 34.
But it does have moral in there.
It does.
And it is don't piss off Santa. No, don't tell children that Santa Claus doesn't... No, what's the moral of Miracle on 34th Street? We're talking about the Richard Attenborough one, not the original.
Well, it's just a remake of the original anyway, isn't it?
It's just a remake.
Is there a moral to the story?
It's gone.
He thinks you're Santa Claus. I am.
You know what? I know.
Know what?
The secret.
What secret?
Santa Claus. I've known for a long time. He's not real.
If someone says and believes in complete conviction that he is Santa Claus, don't say he's mentally ill for it.
And it's funny because there is another Hallmark movie that does exactly the same thing. It tries to call it itself. But the weird thing is about this Hallmark movie is that they take him to court because he claims to be Santa Claus, not because he does anything illegal. They put him on trial in this Hallmark movie for saying that he's Father Christmas.
Wow. I don't think that would happen.
It's ridiculous. It was absolutely stupid. I'm not even going to divulge what the name of that movie deserves to get lost, because this is the only Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah.
And it's Richard Attenborough all the way.
Who we sadly lost this year.
Was it this year? It feels like a long time.
Yeah, it was this year.
Yeah. So it's definitely in there, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
We got Tim Allen wrestling with his blubber.
In the Santa Claus.
With an E on the end.
Yeah.
As in Claus. I know you get it. It's basically the Santa Claus tried to be a classic. It put itself out there to try and...
It did. I don't think it's quite achieved classic status. But spawned off, how many? 3, 4 sequels?
Three, I think there's 3, and it ended up with Martin Short being Mr. Freeze or something. Yeah, isn't that? Doesn't Robin come
into it? Would it be Jack Frost, wouldn't he?
Yeah, Jack Frost.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Batman and Robin, aren't I? Mr. Freeze! The worst Batman movie ever made.
I predict a cold winter.
Yeah! That's a Christmas movie. No, it's not. No, it's anti-Christmas movie. So yeah, The Santa Claus, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay, but I don't think we can... It's not a classic Christmas film.
It takes a lot of elements of a lot of different films. The stealing of the suit, wearing the transference of Santa.
Yeah,
been done to death. I'm not that impressed with that.
Okay,
we've only got 2 entries left anyway, so we can't.
Okay, I reckon this one.
Jingle All the Way,
which is Arnold Schwarzenegger trying to get the last toy for his son, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I must get that. I need to get that toy.
Yeah.
Get to the chopper.
Yeah. Again, this film has been done to death. The last toy in the shop. Yeah.
Again, it's passable fun, but it's.
I want to have this gift for a Christmas, so therefore I'm going to do absolutely everything I can to get the gift.
It doesn't really work well with comedy, does he, old Arnie?
No, I think he tried his best with that wonderful movie with
Twins.
No, not Twins.
Because Twins is good, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, I like Twins.
I was going to go for Kindergarten Cop.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why.
The only part of Kindergarten Cop I liked is when he goes out and punches the dad who beats his own kid.
That's
brilliant.
That's justice.
Because you just go on, Arnie.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Kindergarten Cop has two highlights.
You hit your kid, I hit you.
Yeah, bang, yeah. And also the little kid who stands up and says, "Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina."
Is that the way round it's supposed to be?
Yeah. Well, Tommy Wiseau is still clueless, obviously. Okay, but yeah. Jingle All the Way.
Again, passable fare, but nah, it's not classic, is it?
No. We're running out here. We got A Christmas Carol, but the thing is, there are many different versions of this A Christmas Carol. There's the Patrick Stewart version.
Yeah, which is great.
There is the Jim Carrey version.
Mm-hmm. I think any version you have of this, it's
the timeless story.
Yeah, it's a timeless story.
But
yeah, so
I have one that actually stands out from all of them. That the George C. Scott one, which is the serious one of the late 90s.
Right. Okay.
But there is the musical Scrooge.
Right.
With Albert Finney. You see, I'm
doing
well.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's the nicest thing that anyone's ever done for me. It's very Oliver. It's got a lot of Oliver in there. But the thing is about this one that stands out from the rest is that Scrooge goes to hell.
Yeah.
That is my favourite sequence in all of the versions of Christmas Carol, apart from Muppet. Muppet stands alone.
And Scrooge
stands alone.
Yeah. I'm not a massive fan of musicals.
No.
So I think this is definitely a classic film, but we've got two different versions of the same story, but it has to be a classic.
It is. A Christmas Carol.
I like the Patrick Stewart one.
Yeah, no matter which one it is.
Damn you, Merry Christmas.
Ebenezer! You will be haunted by three spirits.
I am the ghost Christmas present. Show me no more. Why, you delight in torturing me. Will Tiny Tim live?
Patrick Stewart and Hallmark Entertainment bring you the most spectacular telling of A Christmas Carol.
Can you forgive a stupid old man?
Reawaken the spirit of Christmas. A Christmas Carol. Look for it on video cassette and DVD.
God bless us, everyone.
My friends, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I shall remember this moment until my dying day.
For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. And so say all around.
May I say, in all humility, I have labored unceasingly all my life to be worthy of this moving demonstration of your feelings towards me.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of all the people who have assembled here, I would merely like to mention, if I may, that our unanimous attitude is one of lasting gratitude for what our friend has done for us today. And therefore, I would simply like to say, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's the nicest thing that anyone's ever done for me. I may sound up or Dutch, but my delight is such. I feel as if a losing war's been won for me.
So, A Christmas Carol, whatever version.
Yeah.
fits you. I think it's one fit for all.
Yeah.
You can't pick and choose.
And let's be honest, it was written by a quite clever guy. He was all right.
He did all right.
He did all right, didn't he? Bless him.
Yeah, I don't think he was as. I wonder how he would feel about Scrooge. I think he would love.
I think he'd like that.
I'm happy with that. Yeah. So Scrooge is good. Scrooge is always good. Ernest Saves Christmas.
He should never have been allowed to make a film.
That guy, Rubberface.
Yeah, Jim Varney, was it?
I'm guessing.
I think that's his name.
But Jim Carrey luckily jumped in front of him and said, "Just stay down. Don't get up. I'm here."
Yeah.
Jim Carrey made Ernest disappear.
Obsolete.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we wrote it down, but there's no real reason that be in there. And the next one, The Family Man.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage, Tia Leone. He basically is this, again, a stockbroker, banker type person, and he's just not a nice person. He's not spending any of it with his family. I'm pretty sure he's got these feelings about having an affair as well, so he ends up. So I think Don Cheadle's in it, and I think he either grants a wish or makes him see what his life would have been like if it had turned out differently, and he ends up going into his life as he is. You know, his memory of being a stockbroker and this millionaire. But he goes into another life where he's married to Tia Leone.
Okay.
And he's got kids. At first he hates it, but he ends up loving it and
It's
wants
funny.
that to be his way of life by the end.
It's funny because it sounds exactly the same as a Leah Thompson Hallmark movie. I think Christmas movies are probably the most ripped off types of movies as well. Yeah, because there's a Groundhog Day version of a film where the guy relives Christmas over and over and over. Right. And this was another one where she lives a life of a rich woman with no responsibility, rather than being a domestic mother of three, and it's that kind of story. Is that The Family Man is pretty much another one of those films.
It is a film that's it's like a Christmas film, but it's not a Christmas film. It's Disney's Frozen. There's snow in it. There's good songs in it. It's funny. It's got a good dynamic between the sisters.
Is it out on DVD now?
Oh yeah, it's been out for ages.
All right, it has been out for ages, so they haven't been queuing it up for Christmas.
Well, they are doing again now. It's getting re-released in a few cinemas with Frozen sing-along, where people can sing along to the songs in the theatre. I think the words come up and things like that. Okay, so they're really doing it properly this time. Yeah, so Frozen is Disney's big... Is it Disney? Yeah, Disney, yeah. Of course, Disney own the world.
Disney own everything now. Yeah, Disney. I think Frozen probably has the potential. It's not there yet.
It's not classic.
It's popular because every Disney film is popular in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Even Lilo and Stitch was popular as long as McDonald's are making Happy Meal toys.
Frozen has took on a life of its own, though. It's really touched people.
Yeah.
Really.
Olaf the Snowman is going to be a household name.
Oh, absolutely.
Bella
my
and
daughter's...
Elsa. I know the names. I haven't even watched it.
Yeah, my daughter has a wall with just Elsa and Anna on it. Just huge, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is big. It's a
big thing. But we've got 9 films and we're missing one, so that means we're going to have to put Polar Express in.
Is Polar Express in there, or do you want to have...
We said we might slip it in at number 10. I think we should.
Yeah, or Frozen.
Nah.
Do you think Frozen is...
Because, again, it's not based around Christmas. It's actually a nice warm day until she goes and freezes everything.
Ah, right.
So it's not actually about Christmas at all, but...
So it's kind of like Return to Oz, but they're frozen. Well,
So-
you could say Chronicles of Narnia, the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe is also a Christmas movie, but it's not. They're just cold.
There is a good film called Jack Frost. Have you seen that with Michael Keaton?
Yeah.
You don't like that?
Really couldn't stand the idea of him being a snowman.
Oh, I thought it was quite sweet.
I'm looking forward to to seeing him in Birdman, but...
Oh yeah, it looks really good.
But really...
I think we've got our list.
Yeah, we've got... Okay, so our 10. Should we go for
frame by frames, quintessential Christmas top 10. Coming in at 10.
Okay, number 10, we've got the Polar Express.
And 9!
We've got A Christmas Carol, depending on which version you want. It's all up to you.
8.
Miracle on 34th Street, original or remake, it's up to you.
Down from last year, number 7.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Chevy Chase, you're an asshole now, but you were pretty good back then.
And 6.
Gremlins, just don't feed them after midnight, you gotta love those gremlins.
5.
It's a Wonderful Life, but only if you hear a bell ring, an angel gets its wings.
4.
Scrooged, well, you know, it's that whole film. It's kind of like Christmas Carol, but it's got Bill Murray in it, and he's freaking awesome.
High Climber, number 3.
Home Alone, you gotta be home and you gotta be alone if you're gonna be home alone.
2.
Santa Claus the movie 1985, just gotta eat that lollipop and then float away, and don't forget, Coca-Cola rules.
And and our number 1 Christmas film.
It's Muppets Christmas Carol.
Of course it is.
Thank you very much, Rizzo the Rat, Gonzo. I'd like to thank Michael Caine, Miss Piggy, Kermit the Frog,
Animal,
and Fuzzy Bear. If I missed anybody out, I'm very sorry, but it has been a very, very, very long Christmas holiday.
Yes.
So there we go. That's it. That's our top 10.
Fantastic.
Yes, and I can't wait to go through all our Easter films.
Yeah.
There aren't any, are there?
There is.
There's one.
Guardians of the Galaxy. It's got Easter eggs in it.
In the DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's the Last Temptation. Okay, I can tell you the Last Temptation of Christ. There's
the Passion of the Christ.
The Passion of the Christ. There's the Story of Palm Sunday by the new Joan Collins Bible.
Yeah, when it gets to Easter, let's just look at all the films where Jesus dies. So anyway, yeah. So everyone have a very Merry Christmas, and we'll be seeing you next year.
Don't forget to check out roastedportions.com, as well as checking out our YouTube channel, Roasted Portions. Don't forget to go onto SoundCloud. It's
frame by frame.
It's frame by frame pod.
Yes.
So frame by frame pod. And don't forget to check us out on Twitter. Andy Lewin is on there, and I'm also on there too. And we like to say very strange and obscure things. And sometimes we say them to celebrities, and sometimes they don't give a damn.
And we're on Twitter as Frame by Frame Pod.
Oh yes, Frame by Frame Pod is also on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's right. And I think that's enough social network fluff there.
Yes.
Just keep watching.
Watching films and listening to us talk about the films that you've
Good
watched.
recovery, Mr. Lewin. Okay, so this has been me and this has been him. Thank you very much for listening, and have a happy Christmas. See you next year.
See you next year. Merry Christmas.
Ho ho ho. I do like mince pies.
Liquid storage bags. You will never get caught short again, thanks to
Liquid Storage Bags. Here you get 8, that's right, 8 bags in which you can store your very own liquid items.
Bag on sold separately, liquid not included.
The attractive cardboard box is easy to open.
With each wonderfully transparent, durable, and easily accessible.
Ready to go! That's right, when you've got to go, Liquid Storage Bags are there for you.
Liquid storage bags?
That's right! Liquid Storage Bags! They're sleek, sturdy, and stylish. And what's more, you can write all the information you need right there on the bag, where the space is provided.
Warning, do not write on liquid storage bags. Liquid storage bags cannot be found in any store, by phone, or online.
So you know that liquid storage bags are the product for you. And only you! What's it called?
Liquid storage bags!
Ah, yeah! Liquid Storage Bags!